everybody, it's Debbie with Scrap for Therapy, and I participated in the challenge that Nick the Booksmith put out called the Desert Island Challenge. Most of you watching this probably have heard of it, but we were able to use 8 items, 4 of which were givens, 4 of which we got to pick, and create something from that. I had a challenge before I could even start, which was called Clean Off the Desk so that I could even begin to participate in the challenge. So after that, I got to work. The 4 givens, in case you don't know, were some sort of glue. I chose the Fabri-Tac, a cutting utensil. I chose the trusty gold scissors, needle and thread to bind the book or whatever, and paper. I used some coffee dyed paper. I believe I used, I think 10 or 11 sheets. My chosens were applicator and ink because, you know, cheesecloth, which was for some added texture. This one I debated on for a long time. Scrapbook paper. Whoops, sorry about that. Scrapbook paper. I'm not going to refilm because this is the 3rd time. It is double-sided, but I think I really only used the side with the cut-aparts, and I used every bit of it. And then a file folder, which we will see. Okay, all of that resulted in this. So I basically used the folder as the cover for the book. I had some scrap paper that I inked, layered with cheesecloth, and then my favorite image from the cut apart. Folded the sides in to create a pocket, and basically created this little booklet to go in here. And then I believe I used 8 sheets of paper, and then the other 2 or 3 were for all the embellishing. So here's a scrap of that. I just clunked it up there. Another piece in here. I'm trying to not make this be too overly long. This page is a pocket, and I used the cheesecloth, inked it up, used it kind of as a border to strengthen that. And then this is a tag, cheesecloth and a little scrap. The tag came from the leftover folder. And then most of the embellishments are layered with the cheesecloth that I inked up underneath whatever image. Tuck spot, fold out, paper fold out for additional journaling. This was right up my alley because I really like my journals somewhat simple because I really use them for writing, and I get hung up when there's a lot of stuff because I either don't know where to write or I don't want to write on it because it's too pretty. So this ends up being quite practical for me, and I felt free, not having to make decisions. My items were right in front of me and I could just create. There was my biggest challenge. Oh, here's more examples of how I used the scraps, literally to cover my strings. My biggest challenge was if I could pick one more item, I would have picked my favorite black pen because I missed that. That was the thing that I missed the most, and I debated whether to choose a pen or the cheesecloth, but I'm glad I chose the cheesecloth overall because I could always decorate with my pen when I'm journaling, and I hope that's not cheating, but that's how it goes. And I like the dimension the cheesecloth added. So there you go, the last little leftover piece of file folder. And there you have it. It was a, whoops, more just blank page. And then the back flap with just a little piece of paper in there. So it was a great challenge. I really enjoyed it. I might challenge myself in that same way again. I also folded on the next line just so it wouldn't be so alligator mouthed. It still is a little bit, but not too bad. Could always fold up the next one. I guess it just goes in a little more. Thank you so much, Nick, for putting this out, and thank you everyone for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.